Hey there, good morning. So last night went pretty well, hung out with people, and then went to bed around 9:30. Well, I probably fell asleep around like 10:30. Yeah, and then this morning my plans of sleeping in were ruined. I had some long trail hikers like right next to me that were up at like 5:45, 6 a.m. just like packing and packing and packing, and so I was up by honestly 6:15, just laying there. It's about 7:30 now, so I didn't really start packing up till around 7. Yeah, so I would have really loved to sleep in until 7. Um, I should probably get some earplugs. Yeah, I should probably get earplugs. But yeah, the plan today is around 15 miles to Manchester Center, and a lot of people have been talking about there's a VFW there, and they let you camp for free in the yard. So I'm gonna try and do that. I don't think the terrain's too difficult today. It looks pretty simple. I'll put the elevation profile here. Yeah, like 14-ish miles, and then I'll hitch into Manchester Center. So this is Baker Peak. I just got kind of this rocky ledge, so I'm just gonna walk through and bring you with me. Just stopped off, had lunch with a few northbound hikers, Giggles and Aaron. I think Aaron. Yeah. But yeah, just finishing up some of the snacks that I had because I'm going into town today, and I still have about 5 miles left. Overall, climbing over Peru Peak was really not that tough this morning, and I think I have Bromley left for today. I think a week or so I talked a little bit about, I think it was actually longer than a week, I think it was a while ago, just using the app for logistics and like planning when to get off and which hostel to go to. Yes, Far Out Gut Hooks is very good for that, but probably half the time I'm out here making decisions just on word of mouth with other hikers. So, for example, the VFW, there's no like icon for the VFW in Far Out in Manchester Center, but just being on trail, it seems like, you know, that is the place to go. Like, they don't charge. You can tent in their yard, and it's right across the street from Price Chopper. So don't discount word of mouth and don't stick to your plans like 100%, unless I'd say the exception is a place like, I don't know, the main roadhouse. Like, you want to stay there, obviously build around that, but a lot of times you can figure out where to go and what the best places are just from talking to other hikers. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's the Bromley Summit. AT South and Long Trail. You can see looks like the something in the background. So here's the summit of Bromley. You can see ski lifts and everything. I'm pretty sure that mountain in the background is Stratton. Yeah, and I'm just sitting here. I got shoes off, pack drying out, and I'm just also drying out. The hike up Bromley is not too hard, but enough to get me sweating. It's a little hotter today than the last few days. But the last few days have been like ideal hiking weather. Like on top of the mountains, probably highs in like the 70s, high 60s, 70s. And then at night, it's like dipping into the 50s, maybe the 40s, which is a little cold, but the hiking weather is perfect. Also, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like a bulldog right over there that I think ate something that it shouldn't have. So it's just like trying to cough it up, and it has been doing that for a few minutes now. So I'm glad that I caught it on camera for the vlog. Not actually sure if this is the AT, but I'm gonna go down it. It's a pretty idyllic path. Look at this. If the AT just goes down this Bromley mountain, that'd be pretty cool. So I definitely have gotten a lot of questions just about like, how much cell service do you have? Cell service in Maine, and most of Maine was pretty terrible. Actually towards the end, maybe I got a few, but it was pretty much like the tops of mountains. That's where I got cell service. Even in town, it was really not good. Vermont has been way better. So staying like connected, like sending messages and stuff, has really not been a problem. It also makes like entertainment a lot easier. I mentioned I've been listening to audiobooks, podcasts, even listening to music. I find that sometimes if you're not listening to something, like stuff just gets into your head. So I've had a lot of songs just get stuck in my head on repeat, and sometimes you need just like an audiobook or some podcast just to listen so I can get that out. So I'll go some of the ones that have been stuck in my head. I had the worst one in the 100-mile wilderness, and maybe this is why I had a rough go. I had Creed, Can You Take Me Higher, or just Higher. That Creed song is like blasting in my head for days. Since then it's gotten better. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, not a bad one to have in your head. Kathy's Song by Simon and Garfunkel. And since the farmer's market the other day, it's been Harvest Moon by Neil Young. So other than Creed, it hasn't been that bad, but the podcasts and the books help, and having more service with your phone makes it easier to like, connect and download. Hey, so I'm at the VFW. Place is super cool. They just let you kind of hang out in the back and pitch tent, which is what I'm doing. I haven't really had time to go over some of my gear, especially the stuff that I made with the sewing machine. So I figured I'd do that now. The wind pants. So these are the wind pants. I have never used these like for the wind. I have only used them like at night to sleep in, like sleeping like sweatpants, and they're great for that. I also hiked with them a little bit in the 100-mile wilderness when the bugs were just relentless, but other than that, have not used them. They're only 2 ounces, so they're gonna stay in the bag. But also the fanny pack, this has been bulletproof so far. It still looks great. Does have some like waterproofing. The outside is like pretty water resistant. But yeah, I'll usually keep my wallet, so my money, and just like headlamp, my knife. I keep some electronics like my headphones in here and one of my spare chargers. So this thing has been great. It also has this little back pocket. I initially was using that, and then I got worried things would fall out, so I don't use that. And then my big make my own gear item is my quilt. So this quilt has been awesome. I've only been cold a few nights where it's dipped to like low 40s, but other than that, it's been great. I have been, go down to the bottom. So you can see like this end here, zippers to this end here. So I usually do zip up the bottom, and it only goes up until about here. And then I use this little tie off and cinch the bottom. So usually I will sleep with that closed. My only gripe is when I'm sleeping, I wish I made the quilt like 4 inches longer, because it comes up to like right about my chest, and I kind of want it to like my neck. But honestly, I could probably sew another like patch on and it would fix that problem. But overall, the 3 things that I made by hand with a sewing machine for this trip have all been great. Nothing's broken. They all work, and they're all staying in the bag. So I'm in Manchester, still in Manchester Center, at the laundromat, which you can see in the blue behind me. Yeah, this is my first like laundromat on trail. Everywhere else has been hostels. So today I did, before the laundromat, went to the rec center in Manchester Center and got a shower and staying at the VFW. Also got a shave, so a little less wild. Yeah, so I did laundry, I did resupply, price chopper, and shower at the rec center, and now I'm just headed back to the VFW to camp, and probably gonna go and get some dinner. I don't know if it's gonna be McDonald's or back to Price Chopper for dinner, but we will see. But either way, it's been a great day. I love towns, and Manchester Center is a good one. There's so much here. So yeah, I probably don't have much more to go over tonight after I get back, so I'll just sign out now. Thank you again for watching. Hope you're enjoying all the videos. If you got questions, let me know, and I will definitely answer them. But yeah, hope you have a great night. Take care.